Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Liner toward right center, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. At the plate, Billy Williams, as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. The second for one. On to Smoke in time for an inning-ending double play. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 1. The 3-1 to the Cubs left fielder.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Line drive to left. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that pot-committed fastball and cheat.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Anthony Rizzo is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Cubs have now opened this up to a 5-0 lead.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium. I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know what it does? It certainly boosts the confidence of the guys in your lineup.
The 1-2. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And to score is the runner from third. It's 7-0.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
Check swing here as they'll appeal it down to Eric Summersgill at third, and he says no swing, so it's ball 1. The 1-0. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. Frazier is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they push their lead to 8 now. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
15-2 the final tally here. Chicago posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Mark Pryor earns his first win of the season. Brandon Woodruff worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network. Welcome to those of you tuning in. We've got one away here in inning number 4. So striding in, Reggie Jackson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one.
That's not some bad pitching right there. You're 2 pitches down, but you have a runner on third, and you're looking for something up in the zone that he can hit into the air for a sacrifice fly.
The 2-1 pitch. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. Onto the home run porch and gone.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there. Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Athletics get the win to take a 2-0 series lead. Catfish Hunter pitches well enough to get the W. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.
Ball 2 now. Swing and a liner. And that's through, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Standing in now, Lou Gehrig, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
1-1, here it is. Line drive, base hit to right. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan, and he's got a chance at this.
Well, there's no doubt about it right now.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Three and one, here it is. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the runner will score from second.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there. The advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
5-2 the final today. The Baltimore Orioles took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jim Palmer earns his first win of the season. Michael Givens strikes out the side to record the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network. Standing in, Louis Aparicio. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Now they'll have to deal here with Adam Dunn, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate.
Belted high and deep into right center. Soler going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's 1-1.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
At the plate, Paul Konerko, and their runners at the corners now. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
Fouled away. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
The 1-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
And he strikes out. And oh boy, all he needed was a fly ball somewhere to give him the lead. But instead, there are two gone now.
The right fielder, Galarius.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Royals have taken the lead. It's 2-1.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Now the Kansas City manager will make the slow walk to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Kevin McCarthy takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Kansas City used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Brett Saberhagen gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Mark Burley pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Ian Kennedy hammers down the 5-out save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. The throw home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Into the box, Ricky Henderson. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
But I'll tell you what, grab the cheap ribby when it's there. Give me a ground ball middle of the diamond and steal a run.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger.
Runners on first with 1 down. Line toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that. Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Hey, listen, you don't always want your closer to have to go 2 innings on a regular basis, but in this game, it was necessary for this one, and he had just enough to get the job done.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The A's took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Vida Blue earns his first win of the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Raleigh Fingers works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Twins, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Our paid attendance at the Coliseum this afternoon, 47,170. The A's would like to thank you for your attendance and remind you to please drive home safely.
First offering on its way, and he takes ball 1. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Now the 2-0. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Brock's coming in. He can't get there as it falls in. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Now batting, number 44.
Bruce Sutter comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. So digging in now, Joe Morgan. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Second baseman.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, nothing in 1. Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him 0-2. Sutter is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult. And meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
He's set and the pitch. A pitch out. The throw. Not in time as he's able to thwart the pitch out. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And this pitch misses to the Reds catcher. Now 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
The Reds down to their last strike. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The St. Louis Cardinals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Bob Gibson gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Tom Seaver pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss.
Our final line score.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Hey, you know what? Right there, he executed a pitch. He can't worry about where it's going. He just wants to put it on the ground right there, give his defense a chance to work, and it found a hole, period, the end.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. The tag, and he is out at the plate. And so much for our first run of the ball game. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
The third baseman, Evan Longoria.
First pitch of the at-bat. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah,
Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Hal Newhouser. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Soft liner towards short. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Boy, Devo, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there.
By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the run will score as the Rockies stake themselves to an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much.
Digging in, Jimmy Fox. He singled his last time. Now a move over to first, and he's back in standing. First delivery to him on the way. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Kane is off of first with 2 away. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now. Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with a victory and look on to the next one.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.